be afraid. Be very afraid. Be very, 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 very afraid. It's showtime.
Hello, and welcome to Video Scaries, a series where we look at the various bits and pieces of video that scared us senseless as kids, and we'll see if they can still scare us now, all these years later. And for this episode, to wish you a happy Halloween, I thought we'd take a look at some creepy commercials. So to kick the festivities off, let's start with an ad that in recent years has gone down in infamy. I'm not even going to title it, just watch.
There's good reason for my glistening skin, and how I shine, and how my pores are so clean and clear. I eat little baby's ice cream. It keeps me young. It keeps me light on my feet. I spring from activity to activity. I love my job. I love my life. When you eat little baby's ice cream, you'll wink and nod and hug and high-five each other with great enthusiasm. This is a special time. Little baby's ice cream. Ice cream is a feeling.
Okay, so I'd like to start by saying a few things.
What? Who did this? I don't want this. Absolutely. No. Stop.
Who made this? Who actually made this? Well, surprise, surprise, the Little Baby's Ice Cream Company, but what can you take away from this? It certainly stands out in your mind, that's for sure. So that when you sleep, and all you can see is black, this white man will appear before you to remind you the benefits of eating little babies. Ice cream. Little Baby's Ice Cream, that is. Now, obviously this has been created with humour in mind and also to, shock and surprise, but the narration here is equally chilling, remaining calm but active enough to ensure that you can't look away from the screen. But for real, we're going to have to move on because I can already feel this man's image burn its way into my retinas, my psyche and my soul. Next up then, the world of video games proves it can be terrifying as well. Here is one of the launch trailers for the PlayStation 3. One of the strangest and most pointlessly bizarre commercials ever. Just how on earth is this going to convince me to drop the high price of $599 for a brand new PlayStation 3? Well, baby dolls creep a lot of people out, but it's not just the fact it's there, it's the mad laughter, it's the tears with the war flashbacks in the eyes, the strange noises, the fact that the console levitates for seemingly no real reason, and after all that bamboozlement of randomness and nothing, you're telling me to play beyond? Play beyond what? As far as I can tell, the only thing I'm playing beyond are my own senses because this commercial is so detached, so strange, so purposely vague that I have nothing further to add to it. Definitely one of the weirdest pieces of film that gaming has ever given us. Okay, now for our next commercials. These are a sort of special request from one of our viewers. They've requested we talk about these for a long time now, and I don't find them particularly scary, but hey, clearly they did, and you might as well. So here are some commercials for the Munsters.
Munsters. Command for Munsters.
Right, so as I said, I find these ones a bit more tame. I can see partly how people might have been freaked out as kids. Early 2000s CGI is unintentionally creepy at the best of times, and some of the designs and actions are weird beyond any sort of reasonable justification. The second one with its close zooms are a bit abrupt, but you really have to slow it down to see what's happening. And the third one isn't really that frightening at all, it's just very short. I never ate Munsters as a kid, and I don't remember seeing them whilst growing up, but for those of you that do, and for our one viewer in particular who's been requesting that I discuss it, I hope it's brought back some memories for you. Now finally, we're going to go all the way back to the 1960s. The presidential election of 1964 is on its way, and this next advert was to provoke the public into going out to vote for the incumbent president, Lyndon B. Johnson. Let's have a gander at it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
These are the stakes. To make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark. We must either love each other, or we must die.
Vote for President Johnson on November 3rd. The stakes are too high for you to stay home.
We're finishing this one that's a bit more on the nose, aren't we? The Cold War paranoia was ripe during the 1960s. The Cuban Missile Crisis had only occurred 2 years previous to this, and considering how close we were to another world war, it's no wonder that this commercial uses the fears of the people in order to encourage them to vote for, essentially, world peace. Did that happen? Well, Johnson was elected for another term, and we evaded another world war. Not complete world peace, but it wouldn't surprise me if thousands, if not millions of Americans were affected or influenced by this now iconic ad, to go out, to vote, and to do their bit to keep themselves and their children safe from the threats of a nuclear war. And with that, that concludes this installment of Video Scaries. I hope you enjoyed basking in the nostalgic clips that once upon a time made us cower or shriek with terror. And what's to take away from today? I think it's the following.
This is a special time. Ice cream is a feeling.
And to all of you ghouls and ghosts out there, have a happy Halloween. Eat lots of candy, enjoy the festivities. Thank you for watching, and we hope you like, subscribe, and share the video around. And we hope to see you next time. If you dare.
It's the greatest motion picture of all time, winner of 20 Academy Awards.
Sorry, our announcer seems to be exaggerating just a bit.
A bigger achievement than even Citizen Kane.
Well, that part's a direct lie, but it's awfully fun, and Elvira looks just fabulous.
Elvira, the motion picture in amazing 2D on NBC Friday.
What? No dip?
For a really great Halloween, pick up tons of Pepsi and Doritos.